Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another comparison video, and this one is something that I am super excited about. If you've just watched me do the 7 Hz Timeless review, you will know that I really like these earphones and I'm in a really good mood just now. This is going to be a direct head-to-head comparison between what I consider the kings of the planar magnetic earphone world, something that I think challenges earphones up to the TRIBRIDs, sort of the $500 to $700 TRIBRIDs. I love these things. I said it in the review. This is the current stable of what I listen to. These are the earphones that I listen to on a daily basis, or in my personal life, not for the purpose of review for this channel. These are the ones that I pick up. Campfire Audio Mammoth, Dunu Zen, Campfire Audio Solaris and Dorado, and the Fearless Audio Rolands. Outstanding collection of earphones, and yet these ones have always been there and they get picked up. I would say they're probably my 50% use earphone, just for the way that they do this sort of weird 3D holographic presentation that I talk about in the other review. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please go ahead and subscribe. Let me explain to you a bit about what the plan of this channel is. The plan of this channel is that, yes, I do the individual reviews. I review these earphones and I tell you how they sound, but I also do lots of comparisons. And if you're new to the channel, this will be the first time you see me do this. I have lots of earphones to compare. I have lots and lots and lots of earphones. I think I have 150 earphones at this point. And if you've seen anything else on the channel, if you're subscribed to the channel, you can go and leave a comment down below and say, I want to see 1 versus 2. I want to see this versus this. I want to see this versus this. To me, the way of reviewing that's traditionally been done has been, this has excellent bass response and the treble is fantastic. What does that mean? In comparison to what? What else can I get that's maybe cheaper that has as good treble response? If I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of bass response, can I get something cheaper that still has the same treble? Or what else is a little bit more expensive that I can go up to? Or how does it compare to something at the same price? I think using arbitrary statements or statements of this has good sound stage is irrelevant unless you tell me against what. Which one of these is better? Which one of these has better detail retrieval? Which one of these has better mid-range? Which one of these, etc., etc. So subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and ask for your direct comparisons. Sorry, fumbling over my words. The other reason to subscribe is that I'll answer your questions based on what you're looking to do. I'll give you my opinion. If you have $150, you like hip hop and blah 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 blah, just write down below and I'll give you what I would do for the money, or maybe suggest some extra earphones that you might want to look into and do some research on. I think that's going to be the best way. If you like something that I like to listen to, if you like this one, then there's a good chance you're probably going to like other stuff I listen to. So yeah, let's do that. So that's just a little bit more about why we're doing this comparison today. For the people that are new to the channel, the reason that we do these comparisons is to give you direct reference against different things. And I'm going to talk about these two head to head, but then I'm going to bring in some other stuff at a similar price and say why I think these are either better or worse. So 7 Hz Timeless on the left, Tin Hifi P1 on the right. Tin Hifi P1 was the first, I think, or one of the first Tri-Fi planar magnetic earphones. This is the latest and greatest. This is the one that I've just had arrive in about a week ago. And I've been listening to this a lot. They are, I think this one's priced in the region of 150-ish. This has a retail price of about 220 to 30-ish. Comparison of accessories, there's not much in it. There's not much getting into ear tips and stuff like that because it's very similar. They both have good cases. They both have good ear tips with them. This is the cable for reference of this one. I don't have the cable for this one anymore because during COVID I've had to move houses, so I don't have access to my stuff that's in storage on the other side of the world. Let's talk purely about the build, styling, and then we'll get into the sound quality. Let's do it. So build quality, both of them are all metal earphones. Both of them fantastic build quality. There's no difference in terms of durability, I would feel. They're both all metal bodies. They're tough as nails, and they're both ugly as sin. They are. This one's probably one of the ugliest earphones I've seen in a while. This is no beauty pageant winner. This looks like a generic off the shelf design that they've just grabbed, but it does fit in with the rest of the whole Tin Hifi tank thing that they've got going on. It's an all metal body. They're both using MMCX connectors, so no difference there, and I really like that at this price point because I'm a fan of MMCX. This is the all metal body from the back of the 7Hz timeless, and you can see that this disc is just purely superficial. This doesn't really do anything other than give you a faceplate design from the outside, which I think looks weird, but it's going to differentiate them in the market. The body of this is significantly smaller. This one I would recommend for medium to large ears only. This one you can get away with it pretty easily, even if you're using small ears. For example, my girlfriend had used these ones before and no problems in the small ears. They both have metal grates to stop ingress of dirt, and they're in that sort of $50 price range at this point, $50 of each other. They both use planar magnetic drivers in it. Planar magnetic, for those that don't know, is a thin diaphragm that is suspended between magnets and moves very, very fast, creating a best of all worlds scenario where you have a large 14.2, in this case diaphragm, 14.2 millimeter, that is able to move back super, super fast. So you get the speed of like balanced armature, stuff like that, but you get the weight of a larger area diaphragm moving. Now, in terms of sound, they are both fantastic sounding earphones. Both of these match up to that point where you get into TRIBRIDs. I think TRIBRIDs, I'm going to say, are the technicalities in TRIBRIDs are better. The sound, I could pick up either one of them, enjoy them. I could pick up a TRIBRID and I could enjoy it to its fullest, just as I could enjoy this. I'm going to be dead honest. If I had something like sounded like this, I would probably want to try out TRIBRIDs. I'd be like, okay, my next set's going to be a set of TRIBRIDs. Am I going to enjoy my music anymore with it? I don't think so. I think it's just going to sound different. The presentation is going to be different. Technically, I can appreciate the benefits of the TRIBRIDs, but the planars present in such a unique fashion that no other driver technology comes close to what it does with the 3D holographic depth decay of notes, like the way notes just float off into the background on planars is insane. The detail retrieval on this, I think, is beyond what I'm getting from the balanced armature. So, you get the technicalities in a TRIBRID, for example. You get the EST up high. You get the EST up high, which is doing something very, very special, and you get the weight of the bass. Yes. Balanced armatures present very differently, more sort of cold and metallic in terms of the way they present the mid-range. The planars are, to me, more engaging and almost acoustic sounding, almost that vinyl experience, that old school experience to sound, very natural presentation, compared to a lot of balanced armatures that can sound, quite on the cold side, even when they're trying to tune it warm. There's always something there with balanced armatures for me. The overall difference in the terms of the two of them is that this one is more aggressive and this one is more laid back. Now, how does it achieve being aggressive and laid back? The aggressiveness of this definitely comes from the upper mid-range to lower treble. There's something going on there where this one is pushed more aggressively, so it sounds more in your face and almost speedier. The mid-range on this is also pushed slightly far forward than this one. So even in male vocals, I discussed in the review of this one, there's a rap artist called Token, Token is a very fast and aggressive rapper. If anybody wants to go and listen, for an example, go and listen to the Treehouse album, but also listen to Code Red. Code Red, he's very, very fast and he's very aggressive, and he has quite an aggressive voice, a very scratchy, higher pitched voice than most other rappers. It's almost like he's screaming in intensity with his rapping. And this one feels like he's right in your face screaming like ba 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 ba. This one feels like it's sitting a little bit distant, like you can still hear all the details and all the other good stuff, but it feels like it's just a little bit laid back from the bass. The bass is definitely taking the prominence, like the bow, 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 and then him coming in sounds just like a little bit behind that. This feels like his voice is prominent, so it's a voice prominent sound on it. I don't think that's good or bad, because in that song the bass line is absolutely slamming. So it produces fantastic like bass line impact and decay and resonance and stuff like that. This one, you get the other highlight of the song is Token's vocals himself. So that's where you're kind of mixing between the two. In terms of like guitars, like solo guitars, Hail to the King, Avenged Sevenfold and stuff like that. Very aggressively forward, especially in the higher notes. And in the sort of screamo sections, this one sort of comes alive a little bit more. This one though, if you're talking like sort of male vocals, like let's talk Gregory Porter. Gregory Porter, Airplanes with a million miles of telemetry with the sun and the moon. That weight from Porter's voice is fantastic with this, but you get all that sort of granular activity going on, like he's a big man, he's a heavy man, and he carries a lot of weight behind his voice, and he sounds fantastic in this. Then you go back over and you throw something like Rihanna Giddens from Carolina Chocolate Drops. You have her song about slavery that she has. I'll link it down in the description below because I can't remember. I'll maybe link a few of these songs so you can go check them out. The Rihanna Giddens song, like her weight in the sort of high notes is carried through beautifully in that. But then this one, you go back to this one, you listen to the same song, you pick up on the warmth and the sort of pain in the voice. It's so hard to choose between the two of them for me. I like the aggressiveness of Attack. I consider myself a treble head. People that are coming from less of a knowledge about how treble is portrayed in music can often find it to be a jarring experience. People mistake presence of treble for sibilance, that just because their ears are not used to the way that it presents itself. In that case, I think these are going to be the better one. This one, the treble is fantastic in my eyes. Like it's just the way it presents the treble is super clear, and it creates this beautiful soundstage. Slightly bigger soundstage on this one, but this is huge. Like these are both huge soundstage. They both have fantastic imaging, fantastic detail retrieval. I think detail retrieval is a little bit stronger there, but it can be perception because of the more aggressiveness in the higher mids and lower treble. In terms of note decay, like decay sharper on this one and smoother on this one, but it both decays for a long time. It's something I really like. Micro detail on both of them, absolutely fantastic. Again, a little bit more micro detail up in the treble range. Perceived, you have to listen out maybe a little bit more for this one, just because it's a little bit more laid back. Bass, sub-bass response easily. This one does a lot more genres a lot better. This one is not something I would pick up to listen to EDM. This one I would definitely pick up to listen to EDM. So this one's a more sort of rock, hip hop. Rock, classical, jazz, orchestral, acoustic, that sort of stuff. Female vocals. This one's more male vocals, hip hop, rap. It can do orchestral, it can do rock as well. This one's definitely the more versatile because of that sub-bass slam. So it's very, very, very hard. I will still definitely keep using this one. I think just because I have other earphones that handle bass fairly well and give me, it gives me the deep down rumble. You know, I've got the Mammoths now. If I'm going to listen to EDM, I'm going to pick up the Mammoths. If I'm going to listen to EDM, I'm probably going to pick up the Excalibur. If I'm listening for extreme micro detail retrieval and stuff, I'm probably going to take the Tin Hifi P1. This one is more for one if you didn't have alternatives and you didn't have access to this, then this is, and it's going to be a 1 or 2 earphone setup that you're looking for, then this one is the one that you should go for. This one is better suited to me because, as I say, I've got alternatives that bring me more bass. If I'm listening to bass heavy music, I'm listening for bass slam. This one brings me something different that none of these other ones can reproduce. And that brings you into value proposition. Am I saying that these ones can do things that these can't do? Absolutely, I'm saying that. And I know that's so hard for people to understand it. Am I saying it's better? No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying it can do things that the other ones can't do because that planar magnetic driver technology brings something so different in the way that it presents the music. It's just why planar, like a good set of planar headphones, sounds so good. But even more so in earphones, because I think so many earphones are trying to replicate planar magnetic headphones, but then you bring in planar magnetic earphones and you get something that sounds completely different than TRIBRIDs, all BAs or multiple BA earphones, dual dynamics, so on and so on. All of these are capable earphones, fantastic. These just do something that these ones can't do. I don't say that that's better or worse than these. I happily, I think I said at the start of this, these are the earphones, all the ones you see inside, they're the earphones that I currently listen to personally, not for the channel, not for like listening to, for comparisons purposes and stuff like that. These are the ones that I listen to. If I'm listening to 1812 Overture or something, I'm picking up these ones. If I'm listening to some good acoustic music, I'm going to pick up these ones. If I'm listening to Rodrigo and Gabriela or something, Tamakuna or something, I'm picking up the Dunas. If I'm listening to EDM, I'm picking up the Mammoths. If I'm going to be taking one earphone, I'm taking the Rolands. I'm one of these people that uses a tool for a job as opposed to just having one thing to do everything. Either way is okay. I'm going to make videos in the future comparing, you know, is it best to have 2 earphones for $500 versus just one $500? I think there's an argument for that. So I'm going to make videos at different price points saying what I would do. You know, maybe I would take a P1, I would take an E1DA DAC, and then I would bring in, let's say an Aria. No, let's not say an Aria. Let's say something that's going to handle EDM a little bit better. So just to run you an example, E1DA DAC, maybe $100. These 270-ish and these 110. These are beryllium dynamic and single dynamic driver, very good for EDM and bass heavy music. So you can see that. Is that going to be more versatile than, say, this that's 250? This is the Chin Armor. This is what I'm getting at, is that maybe it's better to choose a set of headphones for the way you listen to. Anyway, back to these two. Neither one is better. They both have their own use cases. Both are fantastic, and I think every person that's passing this price point in the climb up the ladder should grab a pair of these. The only other thing I want to say is that these need power, guys. You're going to need to grab an amp or a DAC for either one of them to get the most potential. I'm listening on the iBasso DX300 with these, and I've got it on high gain and at about 60% volume. I could probably get away with a higher volume at a medium gain, but I'm feeling it sounding better at the higher gain. This definitely needs power. So factor in that you're probably going to go and buy an extra power source, so it brings it up maybe $100 or so. And as I said, you can get away with an E1DA DAC or amp. Leave the links in the description below for you. Anyway, fantastic time to be into audio. Absolutely loving these headphones. And yeah, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Peace.